Hey guys, Joe here from XFoxGames. Check it out. We got the SP-50. This thing is no joke. Now I know, I say that a lot, but this, by far, out of all the recent blasters or handheld blasters that we've done recently, this one, whoo, it shoots the hardest by probably about 35%, which kind of just threw me for a loop because I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a little bit less performance. Now, before we even jump into this, we did do a review recently on the Nerf Rival Fate. You guys can check it out there. We did build an inline clip for this. We are putting the final touches for it. You can see it here. I haven't put the suppressor on or anything, but we should be, this should be done here in like a day or two from the video, or from the time that we're posting this video. So I just want to throw that out there. A lot of you guys have been waiting for it because, again, our XFKO, where we did the inline for that, you guys were super pumped and are still super pumped. But we are on the brink of finishing these and, hopefully getting those to our Etsy store so you guys can kind of sell it and maybe do a video about what it's all about. So, enough with that. Whew. The SP-50, they call this thing the Strike Master. This thing looks good and it feels good. It has a little bit of weight to it. Let's open the box. Check it out. These black boxes that we were getting from some of these kind of Chinese markers here, they're underwhelming. I always got to tell you that they're underwhelming. There's nothing crazy about it. On the inside, yep, we got the instruction pamphlet. Nothing too crazy in there. I couldn't really read most of it. You got the blaster. The clip is inside the blaster itself. And then you get 20 of the bamboo-ish type darts. So, again, the boxes, they all kind of similar. They're all kind of the same. They're just kind of these black boxes where you kind of just don't know what's going on inside them, right? Until you open them up. So you can see a couple of the other ones here. But, man, look at this thing in the hands. It feels so good, guys. I know I say that a lot, but this thing feels so good in the hands. It has this, substantial kind of front-end weight to it where I'm like, man, this thing's not light. But I did not expect the performance that I got out of it. But look at that. That gold, that white, that gray looks so, so good. There is only one tack rail on the front that is actually a tack rail. And this is a standard size tack rail. So, Nerf attachments, things like that won't fit without some modification. So we got it right there on the bottom. On the top, there is a semi-tack rail, if you want to call it that. You can definitely take off some of the parts and things to make it kind of work on the top, but it is really just there for show. So just kind of keep that in mind. Just look at that thing in the hands. Gosh, the grip and everything feels so, so good. The trigger pull is just so crisp. I just give props to whoever designed this thing. This thing is... It's a piece of work. Now, it only came with one magazine. I do have a few of these more on order. And the magazine slides right out. It feels really good. A lot of these sometimes are a little bit sticky, a little bit gummy, so you gotta, slide it in and out about 30 times before you kind of get the optimal performance. And it's good. The magazine holds 10 rounds. 9 is probably your best bet. The 10th round seems to kind of jam in there. So about 9 is the optimal performance. But look at that. It's still, gosh, still really, really good. It does have a kind of a weird locking mechanism on the back here. I've never recognized this before, but you flip it up, you can't actually prime the blaster. You can't pull it back. You flip it down, then you could actually pull the blaster back. So, yeah, I know these are on a couple ones like the Lizzie and things like that, but still, yeah, I just thought it was only there for show. Now, priming the blaster, super easy. I thought the prime would have been a little bit harder. It is slightly tougher than, say, like the Lizzie as the XS908. It was a little bit tougher, but still nothing too crazy, and I love that slide lock. Whew, I can't get enough of anything that slide locks like that, right? It just, to me, it is like, I don't know. It's just one of those cool little features where I'm like, man, that is so, so cool. So let's get into me shooting this thing here really quick. So you could see, again, with these bamboo darts, which we'll show you after this, oh, man, these things hit hard, man. Right out of the gate, these things are hitting right about 90 FPS. And with the hard tips on them, you can hear it hitting that door. It's going to leave a mark on that door, and it was every shot. I feel like if you were to hit someone in their safety glasses, or let alone my glasses, it would probably crack them, if not break them. So just be very careful if you are going to use some of the darts that come along with this, because they have a hard tip on them. But they are the quote-unquote bamboo type. Now you can see the other FPS results here from just standard Adventure Force darts. Woo! You're talking about 130? 125, that is smoking. When I was first shooting this, I was thinking, my gosh, that is some performance. That is brutal coming from just kind of one of these handhelds. That puts it on par with like the MK2-ish, the MK3, if you guys remember that thing. Anyways, but that puts it right up there without any modifications We did order some modifications for this, so we're going to see how it goes when we get them. Seems to be, seem to be taking a while. But there you go, guys. Nothing crazy when it comes to shooting. Now, let's take a look at these darts because, again, there is a huge, a huge performance increase when you go with different darts. If you look at them, you're like, yeah, those look like the Bamboos. They are. They have the similar design where they have that indent in the middle for less friction. But again, the tips on these, whew, they hit so hard. It just sounds like it hurt when it was hitting that door. And they are about the same size as the other darts in the line. So for me, I would not use the darts that come along with this. I would stick with, either the Adventure Force or the Dart Zone Pro stuff. Those have been kind of like my go-tos lately. And for all of these blasters, all of the results have seemed to be about 30% faster when you do not use the darts that come along with this. But you guys, I'm telling you, man, this, gosh, the look of this one is just so good. I cannot stress enough like how good this thing feels in my hands. I do wish there was a little something up here a little bit better to prime the blaster, maybe even like a T-pole on the back, but I get that they are going for kind of that realistic type look. So, I don't know, maybe they're going to have some kit where you can just have a better bit of a pull, because it always seems to chew up my hands, especially if I'm not wearing gloves. I think if you wore gloves, gosh, I don't think you would have a problem. And the performance out of the gate, just coming in right around about 125, 130, is phenomenal. Me shooting with this thing, I was like, whew, I might, once the weather gets a little better, I might shoot this thing outside a little bit, but at least you guys can get an idea of what it's like out of the gate. But all I can say is out of all the ones I've done so far, this one has, the FPS results have been the top, right? Have been the top. But who knows? I got a couple more I got to do, like the Fire Rat here, which I'm super pumped to do that one because that one I think is the top, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I got a bunch of upgrades coming for it. But anyways, guys, that is my 2 cents here on the SP-50. It looks good. It straight up looks, it looks so good. The gold, the white, the gray. Anyways, yeah. I don't know what else to say about this thing. I mean, it is so good. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Leave it down in the comments. Thanks again, Fox fans.